there's a second half to that story. I almost totally forgot it. So so here's what happened. I get my wife these this necklace, and then we also go out to dinner. Nothing fancy. We go to like On the Borders or something. It's like a chain Mexican restaurant, and for the rest of the time, like the minute we were on the Borders, we were like waiting in the grass because it was kind of busy-ish, and I presented her the necklace, and that moment, my wife is like hornier than she was before. All of a sudden, she's down with it. The kids look the other way. There's, I guess we'll call inappropriate touching. Normally at the table, like I'll sit with my daughter and my wife will sit with our son and we'll be across or whatever. She's talking to, we sit down and she's like, why don't you and Colin sit on that side? And then there she is with me, like, I'm just chowing down on my fajita or whatever. And it's like, someone's touching me, and then I'm thinking this through, and I'm like, what's going on here, right? Like, at first I thought, look what happened. I showed my wife something shiny, and then all of a sudden my wife is down. Like
she's gonna do some polishing for you.
Yeah, and we're ordering dinner, and she's like, you know what? I don't think you should get anything with onions in it. And to a married person, that's you know what she's saying, right? Yeah. So so anyway, yeah, like, and she's all down, and she's reaching in, and all of a sudden, like, I realize how loose my shorts are, and things are good, and the kids know nothing, right? They're just sitting there like fighting amongst each other for elbow room or whatever. And in my head, my initial thought was like, oh, jewelry did this to her, right? Presenting her with something shiny turned her into into some sort of sex machine. And then I thought, wait a minute. Maybe this Pavlovian response, the Pavlov's dog thing where he rung a bell and fed him, and then before long, ringing the bell made him salivate. Maybe this Pavlov's response isn't me, like, getting her to react. It's her getting me to react. Maybe she is like, aha, I'm going to train Woody that every time he presents me with something shiny like this, I'm going to react this way. And before long, he won't even think about it. He'll just be like, oh, yes, I want the touching, and present her with more and more shiny things. So I don't know which one of us was doing the training there, but yeah, that's what happened.
If she was slobbing on the knob, you was the one doing the training.
I heard this joke. They're like, mommy, what does it mean, when daddy puts his penis inside you? And she says, like, oh, that's how we get babies. And she says, oh, what does mommy get when he puts his penis in your mouth? And she says, jewelry. And that's,
yeah,
wow.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Anyway, cool story, bro.
Yep. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of hope that makes it into a Bongster animated adventure.
Oink, oink.
Those things are enjoyable, but they still got haters. How the fuck does something like that have haters?
Some people fuss about the animation quality. I'm like, really?
I thought that was part of its
part of the charm, right?
Yeah.
Do people watch South Park and be like, I'm not really buying
this
Butter's
is not
mouth.
This is by far not
that doesn't even look real. Doesn't even make sense. A machine just came out of a little boy's asshole.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, make it stop. Have a nice day.